Alright, how's this hand? This hand's quite good. We've got a recurring source of surveil, a payoff for surveil, and a draw card with 4 lands of the appropriate colors going first. Pretty pleased with that. Alright. And a win condition now. All on curve. If you block first with the rat and the artful takedown. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. No, if I had blocked first with rat and then artful takedown, the thing would have just died. Not quite. He can just tap. He can -4 the rat and keep his guy alive, but I wouldn't have lost my watcher that way. Yeah, maybe it should have been in that order instead. Like do post-combat damage resolve. Yeah, that might have been better. Certainly would have another 3/4 would have helped a lot. Opponent with Thought Erasure. Certainly annoying. There goes my Mystic. I couldn't unblock with birds. Because he had Passable Adept and made his creature unblockable. Alright, let's run out the Darkblade Agent. Get him for a Surveil. Not sure why he's on full control here. It's a very annoying way to play. It's too slow to do that reliably. I mean, it hides your combat tricks for sure, but... do I want that card? I'm okay with it. Yeah, if I had put him on an Artful. I don't think we saw Artful the game before from him, but maybe we did. Can't remember. So I think there's a Whisper Agent in our future here. He's seen my hand. But I will be Dazzling Lighting it, so it's fine. First guy we've seen try to use full control. It must drive him absolutely insane. I hate the client pauses it gives, but oh well. Already played land this turn. Don't really want that one. I assume he's not going to let me draw a card. That's fine. What other spells could it be on 3? It could be an Unsummon. No, but it's a Whisper Agent. That's fine. See if he wants to block. Yeah, we just had that conversation, Shansa. Looks pretty good. Saw the card, friend. Don't be surprised by it. Well, I did play around the fake block. I waited for him to declare blockers before casting it. Didn't see the Dazzling Lights? Oh, I see. Okay. Thought it was one of the ones I revealed. I like a main phase radical idea. Which really means I don't have a lot. Might get to draw up a Darkblade Agent, which would be fantastic. Wall of Mist. How obnoxious. It doesn't block Darkblade Agent profitably. I mean, it just dies to the Death Touch, but it's still annoying, I guess. Denies me my card draw. Full control, huh? Wonder if it ever gets tedious for him. Alright, let's go to combat. What do you think he values more, his 0/5 or me drawing a card? Don't want that. he's gonna let me draw. Nice. Alright, let's run out the rat. Have another blue source. We can still cast a Piston Fist. I want to run Piston Fist ahead of Whisper Agent. He might have drawn land off the Radical Idea. It's possible, in which case this feels a little bit bad, but he might not have. He may want his 5th land, too. Was a land, unfortunately. Watery Grave. Did they miss land? I thought they didn't. We went first, so I don't think they missed land. Dowser of Lights. I mean, it still barely blocks the Darkblade Agent. I might not even let it. Never know what we might get here. He may block the Burglar Rat. He hasn't seen our Artful Takedown. He may not want to trade. Okay. I'm going to protect the Darkblade Agent. I think with the Night Veil Sprite and his inability to do anything yet, I'm going to minus 2, -4 the Dowser. A little bit clunky, but oh well. Would have been nice to attack with the Piston Fist Cyclops, but I certainly wasn't doing that pre-combat. There's a world in which he didn't make the correct blocks there, or correct with my hand anyways, where he blocked with the Dowser and the wall, or didn't block the Darkblade at all. Wishcoin Crab, also still not trading with the Darkblade Agent. Not really a reason to Notion Rain first. Don't need to activate the Cyclops. Cyclops doesn't deal with the crab at all, so. Don't want that. Okay. It's my favorite setup played so far. I like Ravnica. I like Dominaria. I like Dem19. I've been pretty happy with all the sets I've played recently. It's gonna let me draw a card. That's nice. Alright, I'm gonna play both these, I think. Seems fine. Okay. Yep, the Darkblade Agent is doing so much work right now. As I said, this is one of the Dimir payoff cards. Doesn't necessarily seem that way, but it's the Surveil payoff cards. This synergy between a death touch creature that draws you cards is so annoying for the opponent. He hasn't had a good answer too, right? A 0/5 and a 2/5 and a 4/5 that I shrunk its attack power have all been terrible answers. The Whisper Agent is what he would have liked, but we had Dazzling Lights for the first Whisper Agent. So he's now left looking for an answer here. Spybug can't be blocked by him right now. I'd like to keep pumping the Spybug, but I think it's going to be Watcher first, then attack with Darkblade Agent and Spybug. I don't have to risk the Sprite. Maybe next turn I attack with the Sprite plus a Dazzling Lights. I think that would be fine. He'll again have to make the decision. What does he want to do with this Darkblade Agent? Take my Deadly Visit. Can't even gang block it because it'll kill them both. Yeah, he doesn't want me drawing more cards though. Yeah, tough decision. Tough decision. Okay. Can't block Spybug. Spybug has Menace. So I'll open with a Deadly Visit. He may have a counterspell up, but I don't really mind. If I don't, if he doesn't, this is a very easy turn for me. Alright. Yeah. Thinking about that play more with the Whisper Agent. I could have saved myself a 3-4 by declaring blockers first. Seems like that would have been better. Alright, what did we see versus him? Not a whole lot. It's Wall of Mist. Piston Fist didn't seem great versus him. We saw a Dowser and a Wishcoin Crab and other things, and a Wall of Mist, none of which the Piston Fist can trade into. Didn't see a lot of flyers, but maybe 1 or 2. This might be good enough. I'll move the strands around. Did he make us discard? He did, but oh well. I think we're probably okay with this. Our Dowser seems like a good blocker versus him. Our air game seems great. Darkblade Agent did amazing work. I think we're pretty happy with what we have here. Yeah, Quasi-Duplicate only copies the base card. So it doesn't care if the card is tapped. It doesn't care if the card is enchanted. It doesn't care if the card has counters on it. It just is copying the base card. It does trigger ETBs because the creature is entering the battlefield and the creature does have Summoning Sickness. If you copy a legend, you will have to sacrifice one of your legends. It's not like whatever the hell the Dominaria artifact is. Okay. Opponent digging deep into the sideboard. Helm of the Host. Yep. Card's good. Slow, but really good. Takes over games. Now, there's a lot of ways you can interact with it, right? Instant speed removal on the creature after they paid the mana cost to equip the Helm's pretty hilarious. Invoke the Divines are pretty common in Dominaria. Instant speed removal is not impossible either. Like, lots of good things. Okay. Last game was pretty one-sided. We had a very nice turn 2, turn 3. Sprite on 2 with the Darkblade Agent's great. This is a little bit slower and clunkier, but still 3 lands and a draw card. I'm definitely going to keep it. We'd have liked the creature. No, opponent mulled one. Feels bad. I'm kind of bummed about our loss to that other player. I wonder if I'd play better if we could have beat the guy with the Whisper Agent down. Or the Whisper Agent. The Whisper Muse. Bird Whisperer. Do I Discovery this turn? I want a creature. I don't want lands. So I'm probably on the Discovery plan. It's not super exciting right now. Especially if, like, you know, I draw a creature, but sure. Keep them both. It's an instant speed source of Surveil. This is a payoff card for Surveil, and I've got a million things to do with that. Seems good. Goldari Locket. Alright. Let's play his Nightmare. I don't have a Dazzling Lights this turn to protect it, unfortunately, so I will trade it into a Whisper Agent if given the option. He did ramp. It's possible we'll see something like Dowser this turn. We missed the land drop. That's interesting. I may Artful Takedown if he does play the Agent this turn, just to keep my guy alive. I've got 2 of them. Seems pretty likely. If he doesn't have a blocker here, I'm going to Whisper Agent. Hold on. Let's let him Surveil first. And then we'll make our decision. Or rather, then we'll kill it. Don't want to let him declare blockers, though. Chemist's Insight to the graveyard, sure. Should not allow him to. This is not reasonable that he gets to now declare blockers. That's us not going to full control. I missed 2 damage here, which is super annoying. And that, I believe, is a client issue there. But I remain unexcited by that. I would have liked to have allowed the Surveil to resolve and then tap the creature, preventing damage. Or preventing him from blocking it. Why did I wait? I didn't wait. I resolved the trigger. Resolving the trigger should still, I believe, give me priority back, right? Like, I waited to not let him use Surveil. I wanted him to not know the outcome of this exchange while he was making decisions about the top of his library. Is the reason why I waited. I can't prevent the Surveil. The Surveil always is going to go off. It enters once this creature enters the battlefield, it goes on the stack. I can't prevent the Surveil. All I can do is change the order in which he surveils versus understands the outcome of the combat. Yeah, but although Surveil should pass priority, letting Surveil the stack resolve there should pass priority back to me, it didn't. So that's a client issue. I got a lot of cards in my hand that I don't really want to give up here. So Thought Erasure is kind of annoying to me here. I'm not sure it's any good for him in this position. He still needs to deal with something about this Darkblade Agent before I just draw cards. But it's certainly an annoying play right now. Another Artful Takedown discarded. Bummer. Tap land. You're going to see something with 2 land out of him. Chump blocker, a rat maybe. No? Okay. Kind of interesting here. Can't play 2 cards this turn. I'm almost certainly just going to Whisper Agent. Let's go to combat. He knows about it too, so it's not like we're going to surprise anyone with that. If I draw on a land, I would play Watcher. Getting a lot of pauses right now. Is this an unsummon? No? Okay. Want my card? Give me my card. I don't think so. Alright. Let's play out the guild gate. Call it a turn. Not sure why. Is this guy, was he playing full control last game too? Is this the guy who was playing full control, or was the guy we played last game? I mean, to be fair, I got screwed by not having full control myself with that. Screwed out of 2 damage. It was this guy? Okay. I mean, it gives up no information. It's got to be super boring to do, though. It's like 20 clicks a turn. You go, like... I mean, we can do it for a turn if you want. We'll see. Alright. So he left open 5 mana. Got a lot of plays here. Starting with, like, I kind of like, I don't know what this is going to be. This might be an Artful Takedown, in which case I want to Stainful Stroke it. I want to make sure I'm drawing my card off this. So probably for me, the 2 options of play that I really see that are interesting are maybe 3. Watcher in the Mist, or Quasi-Duplicate the Whisper Agent for the Surveil effect, or the Notion Rain. I have no threat from him at 20 health. I've got a bigger board than him, and I've got a counterspell in hand. I'm going to play Notion Rain, and then if he does nothing, I'm probably going to run out a Nightveil Sprite to set up for the recurring source of Surveil for that each turn. But I want to have my Death Touch / drawing card active when I go for this attack. Quite happy with both of those. Don't immediately have targets for Severed Strands, but who knows. That's a nice draw. If he does have an instant speed creature, I can blank its impact on my Darkblade Agent. Sure. Second Whisper Agent. He's had such a hard time dealing with this Darkblade Agent. It will slow me down slightly to Dazzling Lights here instead of... He's put another Whisper Agent in the graveyard? Yeah, he did. But I'm going to Dazzling Light it if he blocks, yeah. I'll take another Notion Rain. We'll just do the whole turn again. Seems fine by me. Okay. No counterspell this turn. But he still has no answer for my existing creatures. I hate lands. Well, I just feel like every time I have a Notion Rain on top, I'm happy to have 6 lands next turn. But I'm going to draw it in all likelihood with Notion Rain anyways, so I'm trying to get my value out of this. I mean, that's the whole kind of point of Surveil. Alright, so it was Affectionate Indrik. It's too bad. Too bad I don't have Death Touch. Okay. This is one of the cards I talk about as a very viable splash option for blue-black. Splashing green. Looks like that's one of the cards he's splashing for. Alright, a couple more options here. Can't attack into that anymore. Could Severed Strands it. Could draw. Could just play out a Watcher. Does have a draw card in hand. It would be nice to get rid of the Affectionate Indrik. Don't really want a 2-for-1 myself, but I'm quite ahead in cards right now. I'd like to play out a threat if I do that. Could draw first. Yeah, I don't know. He's got a 4-4 on board, and Watcher into Quasi-Duplicate really doesn't deal with that 4-4. I might be on the Notion Rain into Counterspell plan. We'll see. Let's draw first. We'll take that land. I think I'm going to run out a Darkblade Agent. So my draw did change my decision. I'm willing to take 4 once from the Indrik. I'm okay to sacrifice the agent, the Whisper Agent, to the Affectionate Indrik. Or rather to the Savage Strands to kill the Affectionate Indrik and then set up for future things next turn. Don't currently have, I mean, if I draw 1 land, we get the Watcher in the Mist, Surveil plus Severed Strands play, which would be great. Alternatively, we'll see what we do next turn. But I just like how much problem this agent has been causing him. He's like, really? I just finally killed that after it did a million annoying things for 25 games. So again, I don't agree with the Watcher into Quasi-Duplicate. I don't think it does what I want it to do. It doesn't set up a way to deal with the Affectionate Indrik. Doesn't let me get my draw card out of my hand. Just not very excited about that. What are the cards he's seen? He saw the Quasi-Duplicate. Did he see the Watcher? I'm not sure. Okay. So I might be on the Quasi-Duplicate the Whisper Agent, sacrifice the token, it wouldn't be the token though. It's a 3-2 help me here. Did see the Watcher? Okay. What I'd like to do is draw a land. Okay. He attacks with the Indrik. Does it change anything for me? Not really. Didn't want to attack though. Don't understand the lack of attack there. Dazzling Lights is a good one here. Let's protect the Darkblade Agent. I think it's still run out Watcher. We'll go to full control as well. Those both seem like really good cards. What order do I want them? That order is probably actually fine. Although the Rat for Severed Strands would be pretty nice. Maybe I wait 1 turn on the Murmuring Mystic, but then again, I'm fine with that order. Alright, let's go to combat. Swing with the Darkblade Agent. I'm hoping he'll just trade off the Affectionate Indrict, in which case I'll Dazzling Lights and keep my creature. This creature's super annoying for him. You can't have Dazzling Lights every time. Says no one ever. Alright. Fine with that. Okay. Alright, so if we quasi-duplicate the Watcher this turn, we get a Source of Surveil, which activates the Darkblade Agent, which gives him impossible blocks again. Alternatively, we can just Severed Strands away the Watcher with our Whisper Agent, which might be better. Lets me attack with 2 creatures.
Fresh from the stagecoach.
The downside is if I'm going to tap out doing that here, and I don't get a draw. I don't know if I want to do that. Thank you, Sir Carbon. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the sub. I think I might just duplicate the Watcher and attack with the Darkblade Agent again, and then run out maybe like Night Veil, in which case I should have done Rat. I mean, his board is not threatening right now, but he's got 4 points of draw on the board, 4 cards worth of draw. I don't mind developing the Murmuring Mystic. Even if he has a counterspell, I can counterspell his counterspell. Well, depending which one it is. If it's Finish Sabotage, I can't, but if it's Cover Up, I can. Let's run out the Mystic and see. Maybe I lose 1 turn of value out of my Darkblade Agent. That was Sinister Sabotage, sure. Feels a little bit bad. So now I wish I'd put Rats in my hand, but couldn't put them both in my hand, so I guess it's fine. I am going to Severed Strands away the Watcher in the Mist. Or am I? No, I'm not. Let's get my recurring Source of Surveil on the board. A lot of changes in my plan in this turn from that. It's just, I have a lot of options again, and it's not entirely certain. I'm not entirely certain which of those options I wish to take here. So I give him a turn where I'm not pushing for damage from the Watcher in the Mist, but I develop a recurring Source of Surveil. Have my Severed Strands still. Maybe it would have been nice to get him, get his Watcher off the board while he's tapped out of counterspells. How did I Whisper Agent anyways? That's Whisper Agent number 4 from his deck so far. Okay. So he would have ambushed my Darkblade Agent if we had attacked this turn after killing that. Not sure I'm very interested in that. Yeah, we draw enough cards, we have a lot of options each turn. He's still got a lot of cards too. Again, with the Locket plus the, oh, get out of my hand. This one exiles too, so I just lost Quasi-Duplicate. Alright, friend. It's quite irritating. Quite irritating. That's basically removing 2 Watcher in the Mist for 3 mana. Okay, let's run out the Rat. Sets up for the Severed Strand play. Gets whatever his last card is. Don't think it's a land. But it could be. Dowser of Lights, okay. And we're going to Severed Strands. And then I'm going to decide if he wants to take 3 damage, or if he wants to not block with the Whisper Agent at all. I'm not letting him trade for the Darkblade Agent. It's already been shown repeatedly that his deck has a very hard time dealing with it. I have a recurring Source of Surveil on the table. This card looks great. Happy to play that next turn. Doesn't want to take the 3 damage. Totally understandable. Lets me deal with Darkblade Agent next turn, though. He can't draw this turn. He's 1 mana off from Chemister's Insight. Not that he has a card to discard to it anyways. So he's on top deck mode. See what he plays. I don't think I'm countering Chemister's Insight. He knows I have Disdainful Stroke. So a lot of the cards, a lot of my counters aren't going to be very good. But I still don't think I'm countering Chemister's Insight. I'll counter Bats. It's fine. Doesn't do a whole lot for my board, but I'm still okay not giving him a creature this turn. Get him for 6 this turn, put him to 5, get a counter on our Spybug, draw a card, surveil our top deck card. Seems really good. He didn't draw this turn. That wasn't a big threat. He knew that about this card, so should be fine. Is he going to full control concede on me now? It's incredible to me that we have the same number of timeouts. Oh, he's turned off full control. That's nice. Don't want to swamp. I'll hold my island. Never happened. My quasi-duplicate. What a dick. What a dick. So he's got to find answers. And he can't use his draw cards because it's going to take his entire turn. He doesn't have the mana to do it. I think he's in a pretty rough spot over there. I think there's a lot of things that are any good for him. He had some good plays. He got a discard off my Artful Takedown. Countered my Bird Whisperer. Made me exile my Quasi-Duplicate. Got the Indrik in to 2 for 1 me on the Darkblade Agent, which kind of sucked. Oh, he drew a draw card. I mean, that's what you're going to do there, right? You play the lower cost draw card with a better chance of playing something that you've drawn that might change the board. What did he draw? That's not going to do it. He drew a crab. The crab prevents lethal. Oh, it doesn't prevent lethal. We already 6 in the air. Never mind. Crab does nothing. All right. So we're going to go 5-1 with this deck, which is as far as the deck can go in Arena. Got beat that one game. I would like to kind of rewatch that replay, figure out. I'm sure I'll be told all sorts of things. There definitely was one mistake, which is that I could have declared the rat as a blocker before playing Artful Takedown if I put him on exactly Artful Takedown. If I put him on a counter spell, it just gives him a free creature. And if I put him on any other pump spell, it's just a free creature given to him. It's not a very valuable creature as a rat, so it's not such a big deal, but it was a decision point. We got burned by the answer he had. It cost us a Watcher in the Mist. Probably would have influenced the outcome of the game. It may not have, but it probably would have. So tough to say about that. But these games are pretty clear, and looks pretty good.